Hi guys, this is Rohit and welcome back to AutoClan. So today I'll be reviewing the BS6 updated and facelifted Hyundai Verna. So in this review, I'm going to walk you through all the engine specifications, features, exteriors, interiors, and the on-road prices. So watch the video until the very end and make sure that you subscribe our channel for more such car reviews like this. Alright, so right in front of us is the facelifted Verna and BS6 updated as well, as this is a facelifted version. So you will find minor tweaks in the exteriors, especially with those lights and front grille, and in the interiors you will be finding a updated infotainment touchscreen along with the digital multi-information display. So apart from these changes or the elements, this Verna is almost identical to the previous one. So moving on to the variants, you have E, S, SX, SX option and SX optional turbo. So E is the base model and SX optional and SX optional turbo are the top ranging variants you can say, and the one I'm reviewing is the SX optional petrol with the manual transmission, and it is in white, and you have other color options like the silver, blue, red, grey and the black. This Hyundai Verna is a sedan car and it rivals other cars in the segment like Honda's City, Toyota's Yaris, Volkswagen's Vento, Skoda's Rapid and Maruti Suzuki's Ciaz. So coming to the exteriors and the looks, so as you can see in the front you get this dark chrome grille in the front, while the turbo variant gets glossy black finished grille. So if you look close into the grille, you can see this 3D kind of pattern which kind of protrudes out, and this grille reminds me of the Maruti Suzuki Kizashi, and in the center you have the Hyundai's emblem. And going over to the light setup, you can see here this facelift version gets full LED setup and the lower variant gets halogen headlamps, except for the S which gets projector setup. So you can see these lights here. You get positioning and cornering lamps as well, and you can see the new revised DRLs. So you can see this DRLs shaped like an inverted C, and also you can see the turn indicators as well. If you ask me between these DRLs and the older ones, I would just go for the older ones because they look significant and run all over the headlamps. And in the bumpers you can see the fog lamps. These are projector fog lamps. And underneath the front bumpers you can see this chrome finish for the skid plate. And moving on to the sides, you have these tires. So these are 195/55 profile R16s, and also you can see the 16-inch diamond cut alloys, and it has more of this black finish, and the lower variant gets 15-inch steel wheels. And coming to the braking department, you get disc brakes at the front and drum brakes at the rear, and the turbo version or the turbo variant gets disc brakes for all the four wheels. And this Verna's ground clearance hasn't been changed, so it gets 165 millimeters of ground clearance or 16.5 centimeters. And on the doors you can see the chrome handles which you get for the top variants, and you can see the wing mirrors along with the turn indicators in it, and you can see this chrome lining or this chrome strip that is running all over to the C pillars. So you can see here, which accentuates or highlights the side profile. And on the top you can see the shark fin antenna, and here is the electric sunroof. And just going over to the back, you can see the defogger on the rear window, and this is how the rear looks like. So over here you have the SX badging, and you don't have to worry, this is SX optional variant. It's just that they don't put the O in the brackets next to it, so you have just SX. And here are the rear tail lights. So you have new design scheme unlike the older one. So you can see here all the lights have been turned on along with the turn indicators as well. And also you get emergency stop signal, which is a safety feature. And in the center of the trunk lid you can see the Hyundai emblem, and underneath it you have the rear parking camera. And on the left side you can see the Verna's badge, and in the rear bumpers you can see this new element. So these are fake air vents, so they are just designed for the sportiness and they aren't functional. And over here you can see this reworked part, so you can see this rear reflector placed in this chrome surround, and also you can see the diffuser design over there, and in the bumpers you can see the sensors. So alright, let's open the trunk and check the space. The boot capacity is about 480 liters, and you cannot fold the rear seats for more space. And right there you can see the toolbox, and the trunklet has been placed on top, which is thoughtful. And underneath the trunk you have the spare wheel. This is an 15-inch steel wheel, and also you can see the net over there which you can tie down to the tethering points or the tie points, and over there you can see the stop lamp. So alright, let's close the boot. And also you can open the trunk with the remote, so you just have to hold this third button, and there you go, the trunk opens. And also there is a smart trunk function as well, so all you have to do is just put the keys in the pocket and stand back and the trunk opens. So alright, let's check the rear passenger comfort. So you can see the doors open wide enough, and in the doors you have the pockets for your bottles, and next to it you have the speakers, and over there you have the power window button. And you can see here the interior door openers are finished in silver, and also you have this beige leather treatment on the armrests. So as you can see here, the seats gets dual tone leather upholstery with the beige and the black, while the turbo version gets black leather seats with the red stitching. And in the center of the seats you have the armrest along with the two cup holders, as you can see. So alright, let's get in. So you can see here I'm sat. I have decent knee room and leg room, and my height is about 5 feet 10 inches, and I have no issues sitting here. And in the seats you can see the pockets for your magazines and newspaper, and these pockets are finished in leather. And on the top you have the reading lights for the rear passengers, and on the top you have these ceiling grab rails along with the hook, so you can hang your coat or jacket. And you can see the window size, it's decent. And at the back you have this rear curtain. It blocks all the sun when it falls behind, which is a good thing. And this rear curtain is manual, so you have to pull it and fix it. And here's how the front cabin looks like. So you have this dual tone finish with the beige and the black. The turbo variant gets black interiors with red inserts in the AC vents, and also with red stitching both on the gearbox and as well as the seats. And for the rear passenger comfort and convenience you have these two air vents, so you can adjust the direction and the flow. And just below it you have the USB port for charging your phone. And also you can see that the floor is flat, and there is no transmission tunnel that is splitting the seats. So 3 people sitting here might not face legroom issues. So alright, let's get back to the driver's seat. So over here you can see the chrome handles along with the keyless entry and go. So you can just press this button when you have the keys in your pocket. So on the doors you can see the dual tone treatment as well. And in the doors you can see huge pockets or door bins for your bottles along with some space. So you can fit a huge bottle along with a small bottle. And next to it you have the speaker. And on the driving side you have these controls for the power windows. As you can see here, you have lock and lock, child lock, and also you have the controls for the ORVMs. And here is the auto fold switch. So you can see here when I press this switch, the outside wing mirrors fold. This function helps you out in tight parking situations. And you can see here the interior door openers are finished in silver. And over here you have the tire pressure information. And here are the pedals. And there you have the bonnet lever. So you can see here the driver's seat gets both the reclining and as well as the height adjustment. And also you can see these seats. These seats have beige and leather upholstery. And this driver's seat along with the passenger seat gets ventilated seat function. So you can cool your back on a hot sunny day. And on the right side of the driver's seat you have these controls. So you have controls for the headlamp leveling adjustment along with the brightness adjustment switch for the MID. And also you have a button for the ESC or the traction. And just right above it you have the new air con vents. So these air conditioning vent gets shiny black finish with silver inserts, while the turbo edition gets red inserts. And in the center of the front cabin you have this armrest. And this is beige leather finished. And inside the armrest you have some decent space. And this armrest is slidable, so you can adjust the way you want it for your convenience. And over here you have 2 cup holders along with the silver finish. You can place small bottles over here if you want to. And here is the handbrake. And here is the gearbox. This is a 6-speed manual gearbox. And the gear knob is finished in leather. And if you look close into the gear knob you will find moisture trapped in, which happened with the previous models as well. So our previous Verna has the same issue, and now the gearbox is all fogged up. I thought it would be rectified in this facelift, but it isn't. And this gear knob is finished in leather, and it feels good to hold in the hand as well. And here is the wireless charging function or the wireless charging pad. So if your phone is compatible with wireless charging function, you can just throw it over here and it will be charged, which is a nice feature. And along with this wireless charging pad you have these USB ports. So you can see here you have 3 USB ports. So one is a fast charging one, the other one is a 12 volts power socket, and the middle one is a normal USB port. And there is no aux port as such, and I guess people stopped using aux cable. So it has gone into this wireless era. And on top you have two switches for the ventilated seat functions. So you have two switches, one for the driver and the other for the passenger. And this ventilated seat function can be adjusted in 3 levels. And just right above it you have the automatic climate control system. So on the right side you have the knob to adjust the temperature, and the left side knob is to increase or decrease the fan speed. And also you have different buttons as well for different AC functions. And in the center of this climate control you have the hazard switch. And in the center you have this infotainment screen with the air conditioning vents. So the previous version had this infotainment which was into the dashboard, and now they have put it out. So on the either sides you can see the AC vents, and also you can see the silver inserts in it. And these air conditioning vents are finished in black. And moving on to the passenger side, the dashboard has hard plastics. And over here you have this glove box along with the cooling function. And here is the new updated 8-inch infotainment touchscreen. So this infotainment touchscreen supports radio, Bluetooth, USB, satellite navigation, maps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and also supports BlueLink application. So you can see here you have radio, and here you have navigation. Here you can input the address, and here you have the BlueLink app. So you have certain features like send to car, share destination, vehicle diagnostics, BlueLink settings. And this feature works when the engine is running. And here you have settings. So here you have all the general settings like the language, keyboard, date and time, and other functions. And going back you have the display settings. So you have the options for the dimming, brightness, and also you have a blue light option. So here you can filter the blue light which protect your eyes, which is a good thing. And also you have the driver rear view monitor function. So this feature uses the rear camera which displays what's behind and what's approaching. So you have a greater view and safety while driving, which is a nice feature. And this infotainment system is very responsive. There's no lag at all. And the graphics and the display is really good. So this infotainment touchscreen is intuitive and very easy to use as well. And underneath this touchscreen you have these buttons. And also you have two knobs, one for the volume and the other for the tuning. And also you have these easy to access buttons, maps, navigation, setup, media, and radio. And over here you have the engine start stop button with the silver surround finish. And here is the updated digital instrument console. The previous version had analog dials, and now the facelift has digital dials, as you can see here. So on the left side you have the speedometer which is in clockwise direction. And on the right side you have the tachometer which is in anti-clockwise direction. So somehow BMW has influenced these cars a lot. And in between you have the TFT MID or the multi-information display. And this facelift version gets TPMS or the tire pressure monitoring system, which is a safety feature. And it is displayed in the MID as you can see here. So right now it is showing low pressure on the rear tires. And also it shows other indications as well, like the low fuel indication, open door alert, and also displays other functions like the fuel economy, driver's info, accumulated information, odometer, trip meter, instant mileage. And also you have some user settings. So you can set up certain functions like the doors, lights, service interval, and other functions. And all these functions can be toggled through the buttons which have been mounted on the steering on the right side column. And coming over here you have the wiper controls on the left side. And on the right side you have the controls for the lights. And here is the steering. So this is a 3-spoke power steering. And here the steering wheel is wrapped in leather. And also you have some silver finish over here. And this steering wheel is identical to the previous one. And this steering is telescopic and tilt adjustable as well. So it goes in, goes out, and also tilts. So you can adjust the steering column based on your comfort and convenience. And on the left side you have the buttons to control the infotainment. So you have buttons to decrease or increase the volume, and also buttons for changing the tracks. You have buttons for voice inputs and also phone buttons. And on the right side you have the buttons to control the MID or the multi-information display, which I have showed you earlier. And also you have buttons for the cruise control. And over here you have the interior rear view mirror. So this rear view mirror gets auto dimming function along with the BlueLink connectivity. And here is the sunglass holder. And also you have reading lights both for the passenger and as well as the driver. And over here you have vanity mirror. And this variant gets electric sunroof. So let me open it and show it to you. So here it goes. So coming to the safety features of this Verna facelift, you get 6 airbags, ABS with EBD, electronic stability control, vehicle stability management, hill start assist, tire pressure monitoring system, impact sensing auto door unlock, speed sensing auto door lock, and immobilizer. So this is how the engine bay or the engine compartment looks. So this facelift Verna is available in 3 engine options. So you have 2 petrol engines and a diesel engine. And this Verna is powered by a 4-cylinder 1500cc MPI petrol engine that produces 115 brake horsepower and a maximum torque of 145 Newton meters. And this petrol engine comes with both 6-speed manual and the iVTEC or the automatic transmissions. And the other petrol engine is the 1000cc Kappa Turbo GDI petrol unit that produces 120 brake horsepower and a maximum torque of 171 Newton meters. And it is only available in 7-speed DCT transmissions or the automatic. And finally, the diesel is a 4-cylinder 1500cc unit that produces 115 brake horsepower and a maximum torque of 250 Newton meters. And it is both available in the 6-speed manual and as well as the 6-speed automatic transmissions. And coming to the prices, the base model Petrol E costs around 10,22,000 rupees on road Delhi, while the top model Petrol S6 optional turbo costs around 16,25,000 rupees on road Delhi. And coming to the diesel variants, the diesel base model S Plus costs around 12,78,000 rupees on road Delhi, while the top model S6 optional diesel costs around 17,97,000 rupees on road Delhi. And these prices may vary based on your location. So that's all for today's review, guys, and I hope you liked the review of this Verna facelift. And if you want to watch other car reviews like this, I've given the links in the description below, so you can go ahead and check them out. And please don't forget to subscribe our channel. So thank you and have a nice day.